Hello and welcome back, listeners, to Sleuthing Secrets. Today we continue the story with Chapter 7, Cat Out of the Bag. The tension is mounting, the stakes higher than ever, as Alexandra, Jessica, and their group inch closer to unraveling the mystery of the island. But will they uncover the truth before it's too late? Let's dive right in. The discovery of the checkered napkin had been a small victory, but yet the final destination was far enough. Alexandra, Jessica, and the others felt the weight of time pressing on them, knowing that the killer could strike again at any moment. As the days passed, their bond and determination strengthened. Gracie's sharp wit continued to lead them towards small but meaningful clues, while Adrian's steady presence kept the group grounded in their pursuit for answers. One evening, they gathered in the lounge, surrounded by the scattered pieces of this deadly puzzle. Gracie was the first to notice something strange.
Look at this, everyone. These symbols, they're not just random, it's a code.
Everyone leaned in closer, hearts racing with anticipation. Adrian, his brow furrowed in deep concentration, examined the symbols.
What do they mean?
Gracie's fingers traced the symbols, connecting the dots in her mind.
I think it's a map. If we can decipher it, we'll know where she's hiding.
A map? Could it really lead to the woman who had started this twisted game? They didn't waste even one more second. The group worked through the night, eyes strained and minds exhausted, but the excitement was palpable. As dawn broke, they finally cracked the code. Their discovery led to a place none of them had dared to explore, the basement. With hearts pounding in their chests, they descended into the dark, musty basement. The air was damp and thick, as though it hadn't been disturbed in years. Following the map, they reached an old, concealed door, hidden behind crates. Adrian pushed the door open slowly, and the group stepped inside. The room was small and dimly lit. Monitors lined the walls, each displaying a different part of the house. In the center of the room sat a woman. Her back was to them, but when she turned, it was a face they all recognized.
It was you! You're the one who invited us here.
The woman's lips curled into a cold smile.
Yes, I brought you here, but I'm not the killer.
Then why? Why did you do this to us?
Elizabeth's expression softened slightly, as if weary of her own creation.
I wanted to create the ultimate game, a test of wits, of survival, but I never intended for anyone to die.
Alexandra's voice cracked with disbelief. The weight of Armando, Anne, and Samantha's deaths still lingered in the air, heavy and cold.
But people have died. This isn't a game anymore.
Elizabeth's smile faded. Her voice was quieter now, almost pleading.
I know, something has gone horribly wrong. The killer, they've taken my game and twisted it into something I never intended.
The group stood in stunned silence. The person who had lured them to the island wasn't the mastermind they thought she was. She was just another pawn in this deadly game. But she had one final warning.
We need to find the real killer before more lives are lost.
Leaving the hidden room behind, the group felt a renewed sense of urgency. They had more questions than answers, but they knew they were running out of time. They had to stay one step ahead of the killer. The clues began to fall into place, but the web of deceit was more tangled than they had anticipated. Each new discovery pointed to someone close, someone they had trusted. The checkered napkin, the hidden codes, the symbols. They were all pieces of a larger puzzle. But who was manipulating them from the shadows? Alexandra and Jessica felt the weight of the situation pressing down harder each day. Their friendship had become their greatest weapon, their bond a source of strength in the chaos.
We can't stop now. We're getting closer. I can feel it.
We'll figure this out, Alexandra. Together.
The island was closing in on them. Fear and suspicion clawed at the edges of their minds, but the truth was out there, hidden in plain sight. They just had to survive long enough to find it. And that's where we end today's chapter. The cat out of the bag. The pieces of the puzzle have fallen into place, but the shadows are growing darker. The killer is still out there, lurking, watching, waiting. Alexandra and Jessica have come so far, but will they be able to unravel the truth before the game consumes them all? Thank you for tuning in to the Island of Secrets. Stay with us as we continue this thrilling journey, and remember, the most dangerous secrets are the ones hidden in plain sight. Until next time, stay sharp and keep your wits about you.